What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chitty Ashley, and in this video, I'm gonna be breaking down 12 tools and apps that I'm using to manage my businesses. If you're new to my channel, I own and run a tech startup called READYHUBB, and I also own a travel experiences company called LUXE. And between my two businesses, I am managing a team of over 30 full-time employees spread across different countries. It's a lot, and so productivity, communication, and delegation are key for me and key for my sanity. And so today I want to break down some of these amazing tools that I'm using. So if you are a founder of a new company, if you're a small business owner, if you've just joined a company and you're looking for better tools to manage your workflow, this video is the one for you. Let's get into it. But before we do, make sure you comment, you like, and subscribe. I have tons of travel content on this channel. I also have business videos, and I have real estate videos on this channel. So definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's go. All right, so the first tool that I'm using religiously for both READYHUBB and LUXE is Asana. Now, Asana is a project management tool. I love it because it helps me delegate tasks, especially because my team at LUXE, we work remotely. And so it's a great way for me to assign tasks to team members and also keep track of their progress with each task. So I can set due dates, I can comment with notes for them, I can also add attachments, and they can get started with work on their assigned tasks. It's a really good way to see what team members have accomplished over time as well. And it's a good way to keep track of all the little things that come with your job. So for example, if I have a social media team, or if I have a team member that works with operations, I can assign them tasks, one-off tasks that they need to pay attention to. And I can also mark the priority of each task, which is really great. Especially when you have a team that's handling a lot of different things, it's a really good way to prioritize tasks for them and make sure that they're working in line with the priorities and working in line with your company goals. So Asana is a really, really good tool. I've been using this tool now for over 3 years. And if I was starting a business all over again, Asana would probably be the first tool that I use for my business. So I definitely recommend checking out Asana. Now I want to talk to you guys about Slack. Now, Slack is probably a tool that everyone is familiar with if you work in a more corporate environment. I love Slack. It's a great way to communicate within a more formal setting online, especially again, if you have a remote team. Slack is great. We have different channels for different things. So for example, you'll have your general channel, we'll have our social media channel. With READYHUBB, we have our development channel where we talk all things development between our mobile app or our web app. We track bugs in our Slack channel as well. We flag important things. So Slack is a really good way to kind of bring together all of the different departments within your company and streamline them into one central communication hub. So I really love Slack for business. This is where I'm keeping up with all of my team members. This is where I'm logging in daily. And if you know me, you know I have a little bit of PTSD from those Slack notifications that I get constantly throughout the day. So Slack is a really good tool. I highly suggest having a formal means to communicate with your team, especially if your team is remote. You're gonna wanna have a way to also track and keep a record of conversations. This is so important as team members might come and go, or if you need to always go back and see, what conversation you had with someone. Record keeping purposes, Slack is really great for that. All right, so the next tool I wanna talk to you guys about, and this is specifically for email marketing, it's called Flodesk. Now, I know a lot of us are probably used to MailChimp, or you're probably used to other tools like, let's say, ConvertKit. Flodesk is a really good tool that I recently became aware of, and I've been using it now for the past 6 months, and I love it. I love how easy it is to create emails, how modern and simplistic the emails are looking, and I like that we can house our entire mailing list in one place. Again, this video is not sponsored, guys, so I'm showing you guys these apps that I'm using religiously and on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis for my business. So with Flodesk, we are sending email communications to our mailing list. And guys, if you don't have a mailing list for your business, please prioritize building one. It is so important to have a place where you're housing your community outside of social media. You don't want your company to be reliant on just your Instagram or your TikTok or your Pinterest for business. You want to make sure that you're collecting useful information about your customers and you're storing that so that you can always reach out to them when the time comes. And if you want to be able to present them with new offers or discounts, or just give them an update as to what your business is getting up to, then you should have a mailing list. And so Flodesk is where we house our mailing list. This is where we're sending really cool, fun, and creative emails to our community. Now let's talk about the next app. All right, so the next tool that I just came across, and I've been using this now for the past 4 months, is called Structured. I really like Structured. They actually have a mobile application and a web application, and Structured is what I'm using when I'm getting started with my day. I go to Structured, I plan out exactly what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my day. And this is a really good way for me to plan my breaks, because I'm someone who will literally work 10 hours, 12 hours a day, no joke, without any breaks or, just stopping to breathe. And so it's so important to have a app like this where I can kind of plan out what I'm doing in each hour. And I always feel like I work so much and then I feel like I didn't get much done, especially now with two businesses that are so different and are in two different industries. It's a lot to keep up with. And so I really like Structured. I'm planning out my day with Structured. So in the morning when I clock in for work, I'm planning out my meetings, I'm planning out my time, and I'm blocking out time to do work without having any distractions. And then I'm also planning out the time that I'm using to check in with my team members during the day, planning out time to answer emails, and so on. And so Structured is what I'm using as a day-to-day planner. Now I want to talk to you guys about the next app that I'm using, and it's called Calendly. Now, Calendly is a really good application for meetings and scheduling. Guys, I love this application. As someone who has been jumping from country to country while managing my businesses, Calendly has been a lifesaver. Now, let's talk about it, because when someone says, hey, I would like to meet with you, and then you have to go back and forth discussing what time are you available? Are you free on Monday at 5 p.m.? I'm free on Saturday at 7 p.m. or whatever the case may be. Calendly is a really good way to just send them a link. They can schedule a time based on your calendar, and there you have it. And so I've been using Calendly to kind of reduce and cut out the back and forth when it comes to scheduling meetings, and I have been loving it so far. So this is an app that I've been using now for the past 2 years, even to the point that if I want to speak to my friends, because I have a lot of friends, I went to NYU in New York. I have a lot of friends, on the Eastern time zone. And so I'm always trying to find a time to speak to them. Nowadays, I send them my Calendly link. I'm like, hey girl, we need to chat this weekend. Here's my link to my calendar. Like, that's how bad my schedule has gotten. So Calendly is a really good application just for meeting scheduling. And if you're working in sales, Calendly is a really good app to have to schedule meetings with your prospects. And yeah, so that's it, Calendly. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so the next tool that I'm using for my businesses is Helpdesk. Helpdesk is so important, and not just Helpdesk, there are many different apps like it. Helpdesk is also called Freshdesk or Freshworks, and it's a way for you to centralize all of the inbound emails that you're getting, your customer service emails, so that you can answer emails on time. Now, this tool specifically is used for your customer service team, and we use it to filter all of the inquiries that we get for LUXE tribes and for READYHUBB, and we have our team that is answering the emails. I love this tool because you can have an SLA, which means that we get to track the response time for our emails and make sure that we are keeping up with our standard response time. This is very important in terms of tracking your metrics as a company to make sure that if your goal is to improve your customer service over time, you want to have a tool that helps you do that and helps you track your response time and your team's efficiency. And so my customer service team is using Helpdesk to track everything in one place. An alternative to this is Zendesk, which is very similar but a different UI and a different feel, but they all do the same thing. They help you respond to your customers on time. Please, 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 if you're a business owner, especially if you have a company that does orders, you want to make sure that you're not just using your email account to answer emails, but you have a proper tool to help you streamline your emails to one central place and answer your emails and track your analytics. You want to see how well you're performing when it comes to your customers. Another quick thing that I like about Helpdesk is that you can get feedback from your customers. So after you have closed that ticket or you've closed out on those communications, you can then ask the client for feedback, and you can also use that feedback to improve on how your business is performing. So Helpdesk, let's talk about the next one, and the next one is called Airtable. Airtable is a really good tool for a knowledge base. I'm using this to house all of our company information in one place. As we have grown, we've seen that sometimes, especially if you're working with a remote team, you see that there is miscommunication, or some team members might have access to certain information that other team members might not have access to. And Airtable has been a really good way for us to streamline all of our information, all of our company knowledge into one central location. And then you can also assign roles. So for example, we have bases where we house our sales information. We have bases where we're housing our information on marketing or social media, and so on and so forth. So this is a really good place where I am keeping track of things. I'm keeping track of training materials. So whenever we have new hires coming in, I have one place where I can go and find all the training materials and share it with them. And so Airtable is a really good tool. You can also use Notion, or you can use Confluence. They're all pretty similar in terms of having a knowledge base, but you want to make sure, regardless of what tool you're using, that you have one place where you're storing your company information, your company files, and that you can easily reference when needed. So definitely check that out. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, all right, this video is getting long, but I hope so far I'm giving you guys very useful tips and tools for your business. The next one I want to talk about is bench accounting. Now, bench accounting is a tool that I've been using for the past 2 years to manage my finances and manage my bookkeeping. It's really good in terms of knowing how much you're spending on a month-to-month basis, and it's really great to help you get prepared for the tax season as well, because they also have a lot of different tax preparation features. And with bench accounting, you're actually working with actual bookkeepers and accountants behind the scenes, and so you have access to someone anytime you need to send them a message, ask them about your books, ask them about your financials, and get answers. And I also am able to schedule monthly catch-up calls to check in on how well my business is performing on a month-to-month basis. So I really like bench accounting. I love how it's automated, and it has a mobile app. It also has a web version, so I can keep up with my business on the go, but it also has that personalized touch where I'm actually speaking to real people who are managing my books. And typically it will be the same person over time, and so you're able to kind of build a relationship with your bookkeeper. So definitely check out bench accounting. Now, the next tool that I want to talk to you guys about is one of my personal favorites as someone who loves to get creative with the social media and marketing, and that is Canva.com. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with Canva. Canva has been a really good design tool for me across both LUXE Tribes and READYHUBB. I mainly use it for LUXE Tribes. Canva is where we create really amazing social media assets across our social media accounts. It's also a really good place where we can create PDFs and other documents and presentations that we're using internally and externally. I love the presentation with Canva. I love how modern it is, and I love the collaborative aspect of it. So I can add my team members. I can also create different folders and assign those for sales or marketing and so on. So Canva has been a really good tool for me. All right, so the next tool I'm using, and I'm specifically using this for social media management and marketing, is Later.com. Later.com is a game changer and a lifesaver for scheduling, especially because most of the time I'm halfway across the world from our clients. And so it's a good way to schedule your content based on the optimal times for your audience. You can actually schedule and automate posting for Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, all in one place. And so I really, really love Later.com. I love how it maintains the quality of your images or your videos. You can actually also schedule videos, you can schedule reels, and it's been such a good tool to use both for ReadyHubb and for LUXE, my two businesses, and I've just been loving it. Our social media team really loves it. We love how easy it is as well to collaborate, to schedule posts, to share those posts with each other, and kind of make some tweaks to the caption or the comment section. You can actually add in your hashtags as well. So I really, really like Later.com. It's a monthly subscription, but it has been so worth it for me. And you can actually have multiple different social media accounts in there as well. So you can have, if you own more than one business or more than one social media account, you can all have it all in one place. So definitely check out Later.com for social media scheduling. It is such a good application and one of my top rated applications that I'm using for my business. Now, I want to talk to you guys about Upwork.com. Upwork was such a good tool for me when I first got started with my business, because when you first get started, you don't have the money for everything and you might not have the network either. And I really loved that with Upwork.com, I could find help and resources at any time, and I could post jobs. So for example, Upwork is the place that I got my first virtual assistant. It's the place that I was looking for if I ever needed like a designer to quickly make some assets for me. I would use Upwork. If I was looking for a web developer, if I was looking for anything really for my business, I would post a job on Upwork.com. People can bid for your job and you can go through, read reviews, see how well they've done on other projects, and then you can hire straight from Upwork. On the flip side, if you're a freelancer, Upwork is such a good way to find clients and to actually get remote work. So I would definitely check out Upwork.com on either side. If you're a freelancer or a small business owner and you're looking for new clients, perhaps if you're providing a remote service, or if you're a business owner and you just need one-off team members, they also have long-term team members who can work as part of your team on Upwork, and you can hire them and eventually bring them in-house. So I really like Upwork, and it has been great at different stages of my business. So when I was just starting out and I didn't have a huge budget to hire in different positions, I used Upwork, and now as someone who has transitioned into scaling my business, I don't use Upwork as much in terms of one-off tasks because we've been able to build a network. So now we have our own lawyers, we have our own accountants, we've been able to build more of a concrete network. But back then I was using Upwork from everything from lawyers to contracts to accountants and so on. And it was really, really great. So I definitely recommend checking out Upwork for your business. All right, so we're wrapping it up with the last two applications and tools that I'm using for my businesses. And the next one is Deel.com. Now, Deel.com is really great for payroll. I was finding myself sending money to many different team members at the end of the month, and it was very manual and it took a lot of time and a lot of stress. And so now I streamline everything through Deel.com. Now, this is an automated way to pay your employees at the end of each month and also track your employee contracts. And so Deel.com is what I'm using for that. We have team members in different parts of the world, especially with LUXE Tribes. It's a luxury company for travel. And so we have team members in full-time team members in Italy, in Greece, in Kenya, in Argentina, in Mexico, in America, in other parts of Asia. And so you have to figure out how to pay all of these different employees that are working all around the world. And so I do that with Deel.com. I am using it to manage my payroll at the end of each month and automate that process. So I really like this app. Alrighty, and last but not the least, the last tool that I want to talk to you guys about today is Hubspot. Now, Hubspot has been a really good CRM tool that we have been using, and I've been using literally since I started my company, LUXE Tribes. It has been a really good way to track all of your leads, track all of your clients, and also make sure that you're converting your sales. And so I've been using HubSpot for that. HubSpot is a CRM, so you can manage not only customer service tickets, you can manage your sales team and your sales pipeline. So for example, if you are running a company that relies on or is oriented around sales, right, and converting those sales to do business, then you're gonna wanna have a proper centralized system for that, and HubSpot is really good for that. There are many other tools out there as well, so I'll give you some alternatives. I also like Pipefy, which we actually recently started using as we've gotten bigger. And there's other tools like Salesforce, which I find a little bit more tricky to use, especially for small business owners. But you also have Zendesk Sales, and you also have Freshworks, and they have a sales CRM as well. But particularly the one that I love was HubSpot. And for many years, we actually didn't pay for HubSpot, it was free. So I really like that HubSpot has a free component to it. And it's really good if you're a startup, if you are a small business owner, freelancer, and you want to track all of the new leads that you're getting. This is so important, especially if you're doing marketing and you want to track the people that are coming in and track how well you're performing in terms of your conversions, your sales calls. You can track all of the communications with your clients in one simple place. You can even track your calls to your clients as well in one place. And I really like that because it makes for transparency across the team. So for example, if a team member is on vacation and someone else needs to take over client communications or take over that deal, they have full access to all the information and all the records relating to that specific deal and that specific person so that they can move on with communicating in a seamless way. So I really, really like this. And I think that this is one of the top tools that you need as a business owner. All right, I hope this video was helpful for you if you are in the market for some new ways to optimize your business and your processes. And I will be the first person to tell you that finding the right tools is so key and is really the way to level up your business and level up your operations. So if you are finding yourself being boggled down by manual tasks in business, please make sure that you find tools that can help you make your life better so you can focus on bigger ticket items as a business owner, as a freelancer, or whatever you got going on. You want to make sure that you reduce the amount of clutter in your life and you automate as much as possible. Now, that wraps up the video. Make sure you comment, you like, you subscribe. Tell me which tools that you're using for your business down below. Share and help out the community on this channel. And as always, make sure you stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna be coming with lots more exciting videos. And of course, follow my businesses, READYHUBB. Download the READYHUBB app if you are a small business owner, if you're a freelancer and you provide appointments for your clients, you want to download the READYHUBB app. We make scheduling, payments, marketing, and so much more easier for you with the READYHUBB app. And if you are someone who is looking for a hairstylist, a barber, a photographer, freelance services in your area, make sure you check out the READYHUBB app. Download the app to discover and book services near you. And you guys are gonna wanna check out my travel company called LUXE Tribes. We curate bucket list experiences experiences all over the world with an amazing team that is truly global and truly understands what you need as a traveler. And we are planning these trips from a traveler's perspective. We are living and walking the walk, okay? And we're giving that experience to you with your trips. All trips with Lux Tribes are planned based on your dates and based on your budget. So definitely check out luxtribes.com if you plan to travel this year or next year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.